Hello everybody, Ken here. Welcome back to The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. Now we cracked on with a daily run for our first shot at this new thing. But we've done the daily for today, so let's just hop in, I guess. And looks like they've moved some of the hearts around, because I think Mum's heart used to be right in the middle. So got Lilith unlocked by beating greed mode with Azazel. Well, we'll get to greed mode soon enough, but I just want to do a normal run first and just see how things go. So I guess let's jump in with Isaac. He is the original and the classic character, and hopefully we'll see some pretty cool items. Looks like we've got a little skinny room to our left. We'll sneak in there, take a peek. Little wall spider. Crikey. They're quite fun, these little narrow corridors. You get the black bean, which is not a particularly good item, but there we are. You start with something you know, something familiar. But not a familiar. The classic red flies. We'll keep an eye out to see when our first new thing shows up. I guess technically that little narrow corridor room is the first thing we've seen today. But we'll have a wander around here. We'll take out the poops. You know, some things never change. These red flies look like pretty standard red flies to me. They're not, well, I say flies, but they're spiders, clearly. The red spiders look like standard red spiders. I'm sure the red flies will look like standard red flies. And here's our new boss, first new boss. Oh, and he's got homing shots. A dangerous man. I know he rolls his head off and it turns into a spider, so we're going to want to deal with these spiders so we don't get overrun by them. Gosh, those homing shots are really something. Really something to be wary of. I kind of want to. I don't want to split my damage too hard. Oh my goodness, that is a real barrage. This guy is tough. We have to get used to him. I've heard a few people saying he's like the new hot toughness on the first floor. Like just one of those bosses that you're not really quite prepared for when you first start playing the game. But hopefully we can deal with him. Oh my goodness. That was terrifying. He shot a big beam of light down. Didn't actually seem to do too much. Now the important thing to remember about these spiders is that they don't actually do anything when they're really far away from you. So it seems like that flash just creates more spiders. Now we're very close to death here, but so is he. We'll be very cautious of... and hopefully we can get the final couple of hits in. As long as we stay away from those things. They only home when they get in close. We have beaten him, and there should be enough hearts around for us to heal back up. Just got to kill this spider. Being very, very cautious of it, I think is the wise thing to do, because we are very low on health. Crikey, that was an exciting new experience taking on that dude. But we managed it. We'll grab the blood clot, which is a good standard item we know pretty well. Did we jump through some floors? Did we have like a... It looks like we might have had a curse of the maze or something. Yeah, we did. Okay, well that's fine, because we can blow this up. And we got 2 keys. I guess we could open this gold chest. See what's inside. Another bomb and a key. That was worth our while. And in fact, we probably don't need to go any further, but let's check this room out. Do we want to go in our shop? Or should we hold on to the 7 cents and hope that an arcade shows up? Let's hold on to the 7 cents. And hope an arcade shows up, I think, is the way I'm going to play it for now. We'll take our pill down to the next floor, just in case it does like something that... Bad trip. Okay, that's not the end of the world. And there we go, there's our arcade straight off the bat. Well, we'll open it up so that we know it's there. Blood clot's going to do okay for us. You see it's doing more damage out of one eye than the other, but that's fine. We're going to clear these poops out. No, not been too much weird stuff other than that first boss that we fought. I guess we should let the boss animations run. I have a tendency to skip them, but I hear there's all new animations for all the bits and bobs, so we should keep an eye out for those. Kind of at least give him a chance to show off. I want to hit this guy down here, but he's kind of awkward to get to. There we go. And we should be able to get into our item room and see what's lurking inside. Ooh. Man, look at this. Like, hey, you can get it for free if you take damage, or you can use a bomb. Regular item room's not safe anymore. Sister Maggie is, of course, you know, an item that we've seen before. But that's okay. Because we're going to have some... Oh gosh, we got this little... Oh, he just pops up and shoots at us. Okay, he's not too dangerous. So you just got to be wary that he's going to shoot at you when he pops up. Seems like a slightly weaker version of those hopping guys that appear in the ground. Got ourselves another key. Could go in the arcade. Don't really need to worry about it too much yet. I think we'll probably go through here. Although maybe we'll hang on to the bomb for a second in case there's a... There we go. See, there's a tinted rock. I'd probably rather have the tinted rock now than the guaranteed extra health. There you go, 2 spirit hearts, and that makes me feel okay about fighting our boss. Probably not going to get a devil deal. Oh gosh, this little horn as well. We'll take the fire out first. We are doing fairly decent damage. So this guy is going to spit out a little homing bomb. Also, he's going to apparently throw bombs through the floor at us, which is kind of scary. So that tier will home in on us. He also makes holes in the floor, which we have to be a little bit wary of. So this thing, there we go, there's a hole in the floor. And there's another troll bomb. You can kind of just avoid his tiers. Oh, he does actually make multiples of them. Probably worth managing them a little bit then. If he's going to make... I thought maybe he would just put one out at once, because that's all I'd seen him do. But it does appear that he will... Oh gosh, look at this. Now he's going buck wild with the... Oh, and he went down. Okay. I think he might have walked into one of his own bombs. We got Mum's coin purse, which is, again, not a new item, but... Paralysis. I'll let him say these, because... Telepills? Sure. We'll use a spirit heart to get into that room and see what's in there. Doesn't look like very much. Bad trip. Oh, it makes us small. Okay, well, that's kind of fun. We'll hang on to the coins, I think. What is in the arcade? I should probably just check to see what's in here. Yeah, we'll hang on to our coins for now. I do like the arcade, but there's plenty of potential future options. We don't have a lot of consumables. I think I'll hang on to them and see what we can make of it going forwards. Right, now there are a couple of pills left in here. Let's see if we can find what they are.
Range up, tears down.
Okay, range up, tears down. That's fine. That's acceptable. It's a poop in a box. And we're down on the catacombs. This is a place we know pretty well. Still fairly standard stuff, really. Just some greed heads. Still don't like having to fight greed heads, but at least we know what to do with them. They're not too bizarre. They're not the unknown, so we can definitely take them out fairly easily. I feel like I know most of the enemies from Vanilla or from Vanilla Rebirth, I suppose, pretty well. Cricket's head, definitely an item we're going to want to grab. Interesting that some of these item rooms have got like a lot more stuff to them. There's a lot more nuance than just like item rooms. I feel like one of those very consistent things in old Isaac of just it's just going to be an item in a room, and that really is like all there is to it. And now it seems like there's going to be a bit more nuance to like weird designs of those rooms. 2 of diamonds, going to double our coins. Well, we won't use it quite yet. I don't like this room one bit, but there we are. Wasn't actually too bad in the end. Want to go in our shop? We could hypothetically have the potential to go in and buy something with the 2 of diamonds. These blue flies, not quite sure what they do, but they are dangerous when they blow up, so... Okay, we found a crawl space, which is great. The only problem is we don't actually have a way to get over to the crawl space yet. Don't have a ladder or anything, so we'll hope for a way to get flying. So these kind of bluish tinted guys, these mulligans, are gonna drop off these little chargers, the blue chargers, which spit out shots when they die. So something else to be wary of. We're not gonna go in the boss room quite yet. We've got plenty of other things to explore. Get out of here before they start spitting. I'm gonna have a little wander around. See what else takes our fancy. Got a champion guy in here. Be careful of him. Is he also spitting out the grey? I don't know if they're grey or blue. They're kind of bluey to me, I think. got a very slight blue, like a metallic grey kind of hue to them. Again, this is one of those things where like these guys are putting out things quick enough that you almost want to deal with them first, because otherwise they're just going to keep putting them out. And this guy did drop a battery, which isn't particularly useful to us. Man, that's the thing, because the way you want to dodge those guys is you want to dodge slightly to the side of them as they come in. But that doesn't actually work, because if you kill them, then they're going to explode in your face. So you have to make a decision of, do I stop shooting and get out, or do I attempt to take them out? Kind of a tough decision to make. I like that though. It's a tough challenge. We've got the fat bats and they're spitting at us, which I don't particularly care for, but it is what it is. I wonder if they charge when you get near them, like the old bats, or whether that's too much work for these little chubsters here. Does seem to just be spitting for now, which is that's not too bad, although it is quite a fast shot, so I guess it pays to stay on the move. Nothing too weird about this room, but it's still not a particularly nice one. It's one you kind of get caught in an awkward spot if you're not careful. Take this guy out. It's going to make our life a little bit easier. And there we go. We get a penny for our trouble. I think that's pretty much the whole floor. It looks like our secret room might be down here, so maybe we'll test for it. It is down here. Not too much has changed then. Do I want to pop a couple of coins in here? I guess we could double up and go in the shop. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe that's our safest bet right now. And we can always go into the that thing if we get flying. Go into that crawl space area. I'm not sure if that's the caffeine pill or if that's that new pill imitator, but I think we'll buy it either way.
2 of diamonds.
It's the pill mimic, so not really sure how that works. Maybe it works like the I think it probably works like the blank card. So I imagine that when you use it, it does the effect of whatever pill you're holding. That's going to be my guess. And that makes sense because it's, you know, that's less, pills are less powerful than cards, or, you know, there's no pills as powerful as some of the more powerful cards, although maybe there's new pills that we don't know about. So I guess I shouldn't completely rule that possibility out. Kind of want to get rid of this guy because we don't have flying. Okay, now we're very low on health, but this guy is just going to keep charging at us. Then we can probably deal with him. And there we go, and we get the we do get flying from that, so we can go to the crawl space if we want and see what's in there. I guess we'll do that. I think we've worked out what placebo is. I would take it with us over the pony probably, although we should go and grab that heart as well because we can, because we want to. I might even grab the spirit heart out of the shop because I think that's probably worth our while. This does give us a bit more speed as well, which is nice. Let's grab that spirit heart. I do kind of fancy that. Just as a bit more added protection. So we're not in the best of places right now. Check this crawl space out. This might... There we go. It's just going to give us a chest. So we don't necessarily have to take the horse with us. I do like the horse well enough. I think it's okay. But, you know, the flying is good to have. But at the same time, placebo's new. And I want to play around with it some, so I think we'll take that. And I think it could be quite potent if we find a couple of good pills. We know there's at least a couple of range ups and stuff, or some kind of up. I think there was a range up. Man, Isaac getting ipecac, and we're in the flooded caves. The general consensus I've seen so far is that people think this game is harder than Rebirth was. But we'll see how things go, I guess. The first run we did was pretty OP, but we did have some pretty ridiculous stuff going on. Just in general, really, but also specifically with how some of the stuff was functioning. Try and clear out as much of this as we can. Don't want to let the poop build up too much. Much like in, you know, real life. You don't want to let the poop build up too much inside you. We don't want to let the poop build up in this flooded room, although Actually, no, I was going to say that might be okay, but I guess if it's already full of water, it's just going to lead to a situation where people are getting typhoid or something terrible. And took a bit of unnecessary damage. That's nothing more Isaac than that, I suppose, so that's fine. We can't go into the boss trap room for now. Got to be very careful of these guys, try and take them out quickly. This guy's probably not going to get out at speed. And we can take him out before he gets too close. Almost ran straight into the little dingle. Fantastic. Right, well, okay, well, this is going okay. So far. Got these long rooms, just lots of long rooms in a row. Looks like there's nothing going down there. We could try and bomb that out, but for now, we've only got 2 bombs. And we've only got 2 keys as well, so I think on both counts, like, I don't necessarily love going for the... trying to get the TNT timed right, but not the best at the timing. And I think it's probably better that we get rid of it so that we don't get caught up on it and we can use that as an extra path. I'm noticing the health bar going yellow as well, which I'm not entirely sure what that means. If that's... There you go, you see that just there where it's flashing yellow. I don't know, maybe that's because we're destroying a segment of Larry Jr. and it's a slightly bigger damage effect when that happens. Right, now we really need to grab a pill because our placebo's charged up. But we need to activate it and find out exactly what it does. It's one of those weird things where you don't want to kill these guys when you're about to move, because the way I kill them, I almost always dodged as I killed them in case I didn't kill them with the final shot. Like, I always wait till the last second and then dodge away, and you can't really do that now because I feel like that's unsafe. Nothing too much in here. We don't really want the Bible. It's just a standard item that we've seen before. So we'll head up into this longer room. Take out a couple of these guys. Dodge out of the way. Seems like they're moving away from us as we go down the corridor. Okay, great. And we get a key, which is fine. Don't think we've seen our item room on this floor yet, but I could be mistaken. These seem like just normal flies. There's one with an eternal fly around him, but I don't think that's new. I think I've seen that happen in... It's one of those things where it's not remarkable enough that you would keep track of it in your mind. So I think that may not be a new thing, that guy. So it looks like we need to go up over here. I heard a door shutting and I thought maybe we hadn't cleared this room last time, but it was just the boss trap room triggering. So I guess our item room is going to be up here. I think there are new pills in this game, so there would be validity to grabbing them if we can. Oh, and there's the there it is again, just dodging at the wrong time. This is they're much more cerebral. You kind of got to think about where they're at and when you want to actually deal with them. Like these regular guys you can deal with whenever, and that's fine. But these guys, there you go, you want to deal with them very, very carefully, which is good. I think it's good to have that variety. We'll try and take this guy out. And as long as you're moving away from them at the time, they're fairly safe. It's only when you get caught against the wall and you have to dodge to the side, that's when there's going to be an issue. Keep an eye on where these guys are going so we can blow them all up roughly near each other. Okay, so it seems like these guys will drop a blue... These blue charges are really the order of the day here. And we can definitely go into the arcade as well, but we'll go in the item room first. Ooh, and we got Ludovico technique, and then there's also like a reroll thing. I think we can pay to reroll the item. Let's see what else we can get. Don't really love that. Ooh, this is a new item which I have actually seen. It's the interdimensional buddy, and so what he does is he kind of moves in the opposite direction to you, and when you shoot through him, you'll see it doubles your tear effect. So if we miss him, then it doesn't do anything, but when you go through him, you get this like multiplied tear. So I think that's going to be a good thing for us to try and practice. Also, we need to get used to the way he moves around, which seems to be like mirroring you somewhat. It's a little unpredictable. I'm not quite sure how it functions, but it's a fascinating item, and one that I think could be really potent. Nothing doing there. Thought we'd have a little peek and see if we could grab something, but no joy. Still no flying. We can probably afford to go in here. You know, that was worth the half heart, I think. Like, the chariot, most people would value the chariot above a half heart, but I wasn't really feeling it. I want to get some pills, because I want to try out this placebo and see if it functions the way I think it functions, which is, you know, operating as... Oh, we got a dark one fight here. See if we can get this guy to come so we can shoot through him. And there we go. If we can get him to come over near us, then we can shoot through him. The problem I think with him is going to be getting him to move where you want him to be. And I think you have to be careful that you don't focus too much on that and you just kind of see him. If you get really adept with him, you probably can use him a lot. But I think otherwise you just got to look at it as a benefit when it happens. Because if you're spending too long thinking about it, then you're just gonna die because you're not focusing on actually shooting the enemy. We can go to the arcade here briefly. We'll hop over. We'll contemplate, or maybe we'll just go to the shop and see if there's anything in the shop. I will take just a heart from the shop if there's one there. There is, okay. And that's probably enough for now. We'll keep the 7 cents. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going down to the next floor with one single heart. Because that does feel a little bit weak. I only took really this baby just to try it out. I'm more interested in finding new things for now than worrying too much about how we actually do. Although if we win the run, that's always great. Got some delicious green tea. We're here on the necropolis, which is kind of well-worn territory, I think. Got this key beggar fella. Don't think we're going to use him, but we'll let him live for now. We'll see how things go. Yeah, getting this guy to move around, because I think he does move kind of opposite to you, but it's somewhat delayed. It's a little weird to get used to. But hopefully we'll get the hang of it eventually. And once we booked it out... Oh man, I gave him my key, but I should have killed you earlier. Now I haven't got a key to get in anywhere. Okay, interesting. So this... I'm guessing we have to get to that button and press it. Okay, and that's lowered all the things. We can... I guess we can destroy some of these. Looks like the once you do that, the bombs don't come back up. We'll use our strength card here. These are... Oh wow, they're actually... I just thought they were gishes, but they're actually black. They're black little poops, and then when you kill them, they turn into gishes. Wow. Okay. So they function pretty much like a normal mini dingle, but then once they're killed, they transform into 2 little gishes, which is fine. And there's a couple more here, so we'll get to see them again in action. Should be able to take one out. We do have to be careful though, because those gishes are going to shoot sideways or diagonally. It's a little bit awkward. I really want to get some shots, more shots through Mysterious Baby to try him out more, but you can only use them. I say you can only really worry about him so much. We do have very good range, so we can kind of just stand here. Look at this effect. It looks great. It's real cool. It's a really cool concept, this interdimensional baby, but it's going to be one of those ones that's really tough to use. Really high skill ceiling on that, I think. It's just getting the hang of how he moves around the map. Okay, so it looks like this isn't going to pop back up for a second there, because they started with all the spikes up. I thought maybe that was just going to be a thing that we had to deal with. And we'll just dodge past everyone and try and clear this out a little bit. There we go, and then we'll get them both to shoot us here, and then we can do this. And then we'll get the last guy to shoot us here, and then we can do this. And there we go. So I'm really, at this point I've kind of stopped worrying too much about Interdimensional Baby, and we'll use him as and when like it fits to use him, rather than going out of our way to put him there. I'd love it if you just stayed above that rock so that you can't shoot me. But he's actually going to charge, so we'll keep an eye on the right side of the screen, make sure he's not charging at us too hard. And again here, the other one's charging around, so we'll be careful about where he's at. Listening out for him. He's over here now. Okay. We can get the shots down there. And we'll stand away from the wall so we can see him when he comes in. And there we go, cleaned him out. And there should be a greed head around or two. Shouldn't be too much of a problem to deal with them. Would love some more damage, probably actually some more fire rate, so we can use this blood clot a bit more. Or, you know, some other kind of cool tier effect. Anything really, just any new synergies are always cool, but I'm just thinking generally, what would I want in standard Rebirth? And I guess I would want you to stop jumping like evasively around all these rocks. That's the problem though, is you want to chase them down, but then if you chase them down, that's when you get into trouble. Okay. I don't see any obvious tinted rocks, which means there probably is one, and I'm just missing it. But let's move onwards. Take you out ASAP. Same with you. And there we go. Still no pills since we picked that. Since we picked up that placebo. Looks like we need to go in here. A couple of buttholes. Kind of standard enemy. Nothing too fancy really. We know what we're doing here. Great stuff. We'll move on. Well, this is a nice room, but it does. This is one we saw on the daily run, where if you've got a flying item or if you've got you know, some way to nullify the damage from the spikes, or you're just very brave and you want to take the damage, you can get in here very easily. But yeah, if you have flying, if you have some way to cross the gap, then obviously that's hugely beneficial. Almost walked into that, because I thought for some reason he'd shot to the side. Okay, and then we'll clear out this last greed head. Come on. Get shot. No. No. These guys are annoyingly evasive. There we are. Right, so I do want to grab this stuff, but not at the cost of... It's a heart to get in, and then presumably, unless you have a teleport card, it's going to be a heart to get out as well. Yeah, it looks like this guy, this hollow, is doing the same thing, where it's you'll see when I destroy one of them, the health bar flashes yellow, and I think that's because it's... you know, hey, you defeated a section of the boss, and now there's like a chunk's going to get knocked off their health. The spiders and flies is a good item to have, but I'll grab the pill. I don't know if we know what it is. Speed down. Okay, well, we don't actually really want to use that. But thanks for the... So yeah, there we go. It did use the speed down effect, and it identified the pill for us. So that does seem to be what the placebo does. So at least we know that, even if it's not left us in the best of positions. We definitely want to go in the item room as priority here. We might actually grab the key and open that chest. This is Bob's curse. Bob's curse is going to be good for us. There are more transformations in this game, so keep an eye out, I guess, for those. I don't know how many there are, but I think, because there were before, it was just Guppy and Lord of the Flies, and I think they said there's like some insane number of new transformations now. So I kind of want to keep an eye out for those. I'm just going to buy a heart. Can't put a price on peace of mind, as they always say. The standard old kill the rest of the room and these guys disappear, these bouncing dudes. I really love the black effect to the side of these. I don't think that's actually necessarily new, like the area outside of the room. I think it's just more visible on these kind of L-shaped rooms. Gotta get rid of this fat bat. He's not actually shooting too much. He's not too much of a danger. We could grab the stuff out of here with a couple of well-placed bombs, but given that we'd get like a key and that's about it, I will grab a couple of spirit hearts. We've got 7 bombs. Feel okay about trying to nab a few things, and we do seem to be getting pretty lucky on them. Can we get 2 over here? Looks like we can. We're lucky. Fantastic. Okay, that's definitely worth it. I'll definitely trade. Was it like 4 bombs for 3 spirit hearts? Here's some classic dingle action. Nothing too fancy here. Should know what we're doing. In fact, I don't even know if it's not really dingle. It's like the big poop, which is actually technically a different enemy, I believe, because it doesn't do the same attacks. Just wander straight into that guy. You'll deal with these charges ASAP. There we go. The interdimensional baby is not doing like a great deal of work for us, but it has been helpful sometimes. I think it's one of those... okay, it looks like we can actually hurt these black guys. I don't know what this dude does. Oh, he spits out some spiders, okay. And it looks like maybe he makes tar on the floor. So, okay, so those guys I think we do have to kill. So they function the same, but they're ones that you have to kill. Shouldn't need to do anything else on this floor, so I guess let's get in and fight our boss, which is the Mask of Infamy. It's a boss we know what we're doing with, although it's still an awkward boss to have to fight. But we should be okay. Like, it's a boss I know. That doesn't mean it's a boss I'll beat, but it's a boss I'm at least familiar with. We'll see how things go. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'd love to use Interdimensional Baby a bit on this fight, but I'm not gonna bank on it, because you can't really tell how this stuff's gonna position. Actually, looks like the health bar on this guy might actually work properly. Health bar on Mask of Infamy has been notoriously kind of broken for a long time. I got very confused about where I was standing there for a second, because I got pushed around by the mask. But we'll see. I guess we'll see in a second, because traditionally you finish off his health bar and then there's actually like still a ton of health on him. But it does seem like he's taking more, like the amount of damage I'd expect him to be taking. He's a very tanky enemy, the mask. So I guess we'll find out in a second when this runs out. Yeah, okay, so that stuff does seem to work as intended then. Crackjacks don't swallow the prize, and we get a trinket. The broken remote. It's not a trinket I love. I don't know that I necessarily want that. Is there anything else on this floor that I particularly care about? I don't think there is, to be honest. Although we could grab... Maybe we'll grab the hive mind just in case. A good item to have in your back pocket. Sorry about that shop or donation machine. Should put the last two back in to make sure it's at 150. Don't have any reason to have money equals power. Where are we at? Necropolis 1? Yeah, okay. So we'll go down to Necropolis 2. Would still kind of like to go in there, but I... Oh, no, that's a key, not a bomb. That was a waste of a bomb. Man, you kind of forced me into that. Oh, emergency contact. Help from above. Okay, this is a card. Now, there's a half heart in there. I think this is probably worth doing now. We'll lose a heart and a half in total. Oh, there you go. What do you know? We'll only lose half a heart now. In fact, we could fall out. Although if we fall out, we'll lose this card. I think I'd rather take... Can we... I guess we can probably just knock this over the thing, so then when we take it, we get it back. And there we go. We've lost half a heart, which is actually fairly manageable. We could even try and bomb this stuff out. Try one bomb. See what we get out. Oh man, now that second bomb is kind of worthwhile, because then we make up our bombs anyway. I'm not going to go for that extra half heart. We'll take the emergency contact down, I guess, and we'll try it on the first room we go into. It said help from above, so I'm kind of imagining like a crack the sky style thing. But we'll see. We'll find out. I'm going to use the placebo on it. Well, I have no idea what that did. Didn't seem to do anything. But who can say? Who can say? Well, I'm sure plenty of people can say. I'm sure Edmund Macmillan could tell us exactly what that card does. But for now, I'm going to keep fighting these guys. Oh, of course, there's a bit of creep on the floor there. Got to be careful of that. We'll build up another placebo. Looks like just an empty room to me. Oh, there's loads of haunts in here. I was like, I'm not quite sure what this room is either, but it's actually full of little haunts. Got to be careful of them. And there we go. We get a key. And we're one away from charging up our placebo, at which point I will endeavour to use it and see how that works. God, I still don't like these bony guys. And this is not a nice room to have to fight them in. Man, he's just going to kill me. Okay, well, we got a heart. We do have another emergency contact. In an empty room? Do anything? Doesn't seem to. I can't work out what that does. Maybe we have to use it in an... Maybe it will let us get into an angel room? Perhaps. Maybe it changes something when there's an item around. The shop doesn't even have a... Wait, this is an arcade. Okay, it's an arcade, but it doesn't have a gamble thing. It just has a donation machine. That's not new, I don't think. I've seen those before. Those slightly boring arcades. Single greed head in a room is fine. But man, if there was more than one in those small rooms. I've seen people doing envies in those small rooms, and man, I don't want to face that. It seems like that's just a straight run ender if you don't have enough health and or damage. Could just be an instant potential run ender. Okay. Anyone else left in this room? It's just this. Oh, there's two guys. Try and see if we can lure one of them over. Hello. Hello, sir. There we go. Get a key. We'll carry on wandering. This is still very tight. It's difficult. Okay, interesting. This is a bit of a puzzler. It's a key when you open it, but you only get a key from it. So there's no real benefit to anything about this room, so far as I can tell. I'm just going to go in here, and it's greed. Oh, whoa! What are you doing? I mean, that worked when I used the pill properly. Okay, interesting. I wonder if maybe it just doesn't work with placebo, or maybe placebo did work the way it was intended when I did speed down. Maybe placebo doesn't actually, because a placebo it makes it seem like the effect, but doesn't actually have the effect. So maybe placebo doesn't actually do the tear effect, it just tells you what the pill is. Oh, also, emergency contact is not a pill. That's probably why it didn't work. It's a card. Okay, right. I feel much better all of a sudden because I've realised that why it wasn't working. I think placebo does work the way I originally intended. I just forgot that emergency contact is in fact not a pill, so it wouldn't placebo. Red Mum is probably going to kill us here, but we'll try not to die. We have died. Died to Mum, which is a bit of a shame. But we saw a couple of new things. So don't feel too bad about that. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, be sure to pop that like button, subscribe to the channel for more Binding of Isaac Rebirth, and other games as well, of course. So I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers!